Travels to the year 1999 with Space Commander Cosmo Ranger and Cadet Nancy, members of the
Blast Off Patrol!
At the beginning of today's exciting adventure, we join Professor Zirkloff in his lab on Earth.
Hey, Professor Zirkloff.
Hello, Jimmy. I see you brought your pet lizard with you like I asked. What's his name?
Mr. Scaly.
How would you like Mr. Scaly to help us out with today's experiment?
That'd be great.
Now, let me take him out of his cage. Yes, hello there, Mr. Scaly. In today's experiment, you're going to learn about DNA.
DNA?
Yes, DNA are the building blocks of life. If even a small part of someone's DNA is changed, they would be entirely different. Which is why I've put Mr. Scaly in what I call a gene splicer. Let me activate it. Now, I'm going to drop in some alien DNA that we found on a distant asteroid. Even our best scientists don't know what it is. This is where things will get interesting.
Professor Zirkloff, what is it?
Why, it's Mr. Scaly, of course. Or rather, it isn't. You see, by adding the DNA, we have created an entirely new species. And I'm going to let you name it. Commander Ranger and Cadet Nancy.
Evening, Professor.
Jimmy, why don't you run along with your new friend?
It's got some kind of tentacle stuck in my neck. I think it's laying eggs.
I said run along, Jimmy.
So, Professor, you said you wanted to show us a new invention?
Yeah, I will demonstrate it for you now. Nancy, please stand still.
You evaporated Nancy with that weapon, you murderous fiend!
Try calling Nancy with your space phone.
Come in, Nancy.
I'm here, sir.
Professor, I've somehow managed to communicate with the other side. Nancy, what's it like there?
I'm in the rocket ship.
Of course. True soldier that he is, Nancy's version of heaven would look like a rocket ship.
Let me explain. This device is what I call a teleporter. It can instantly transport a person or object from one place to another.
Fascinating, Professor. I'm sure Nancy would also have found it fascinating if you hadn't murdered him.
Let me bring him back.
Oh, I see. Welcome back, Nancy.
Thank you, sir.
It's certainly an interesting toy, Professor, but it doesn't have much practical value. What's this here?
Ah, yes. This is a watch, gentlemen, but like no watch you've ever seen. Instead of having to wind it every day, it is powered by a battery, and the time itself is displayed for you on a screen. I call it a digital watch.
Nancy, make a note of where you are, because you're going to want to tell your children about this day. For this day marks the beginning of a technological evolution. With this digital watch, we truly are living in the future. Go ahead, Captain.
I need you and Nancy to report to my office immediately.
Understood. We'll be right there. Professor, I want you and your team to work around the clock exploring military uses for this new watch technology.
We'll get right on it. Oh, and let me help you and Nancy get to the captain's office. Wow, Commander! We materialized right into the captain's office.
Look, Nancy, if you press this button, the watch lights up.
Gentlemen, the situation is serious. We've lost all contact with our moon colony.
What is this moon you speak of?
Please, not now. The colony hasn't responded to any radio communication for over 24 hours. I fear the worst.
Oh no! What could possibly have happened to the moon colony? Find out in the next exciting chapter of
Blast Off Patrol!
2 Minute Danger Theater is written and produced by MJ Butler, starring George Barker Barrett III, Curtis Eames, Ryan Thomas Johnson, and me, I like to watch.